Festival Director, Eddy.
Yeah!
Hello everyone and welcome to the 6th Wreath Awards. At MIWAFF, we're all about treating every film equally and fairly, regardless of their budget. We decide our nominees and winners through a democratic process. So, majority rules, unlike most democracies. Now, clearly we're doing this virtually, inside our homes. But 2020 has been a terrible year, hasn't it? Currently, we have the COVID-19 pandemic going on, still, with floods in Algeria, Sudan, and Pakistan, a typhoon in Japan, and wildfires in the West, from Washington State to California, from British Columbia to Alaska. And all of these only happened in the last week. When President Trump was asked about these fires, he said that it's because trees are exploding. Yes, he actually said that. Also, another bad news, if you love the app TikTok, Trump wants to ban that too. Because the Chinese banning the movie Mulan. Yeah, Disney is streaming their latest film and is charging a premium fee of $35. So you better pay it or this will happen.
Need a hand, little man?
Insult me again and you'll taste the tip of my blade.
The Oscars also made a big announcement this week, changes to the Best Picture category requirements. One of these rules to abide by is to have at least 30% of secondary roles being actors from underrepresented groups, or at least one main actor being from that group, or the main storyline being centered on that group. So if you don't know, underrepresented members, according to the Academy, are women, Black African American, Asian, Hispanic, Indigenous, Middle Eastern or North African, LGBTQ+, people with cognitive disability, or deaf, or hard of hearing. Confused yet? Basically everyone except for Daniel Craig, Liam Neeson, or even Tim Allen. That's right, he hasn't been around lately, actually. But seriously, as if films were not tough enough to make already. Sure, diversity is important, but it should definitely not be the main factor in making movies. So tonight, let's forget about all that's going on globally that's negatively impacting our lives, and let's focus on celebrating our nominees' achievements. Amongst our nominated films this year, a big theme was kidnapping. We have two films about hitchhikers being kidnapped, like in The Gray Area, which has the most Wreath Award nominations this year. A total of 7. It is about a girl who is mute and can't even scream for help. But does she make it? Find out by watching it in our streamable watch list of films this year at MIWAFF. Another film about a hitchhiker is a Montreal-based short film called The Storm, with 3 Wreath Award nominations this year. It features Best Actor nominee and gold medalist Jeremy Chartier. In this film, a hitchhiker is picked up and forced to live with the driver till a snowstorm ends. Instead of a one-night stand, it's a one-night bang, like this one. Speaking of something incoming because of Trump, we have 38 Minutes, nominated for 5 Wreath Awards, featuring actress Katrina Law and actor Philip Winchester. It is a live-action short in the event that North Korea actually did fire that missile towards Hawaii in 2018. I guess one thing they had forgotten to write on a missile is Aloha. Every year at MIWAFF, we celebrate our films around the world. So we celebrate film, yeah? As in how well-behaved studio executives are. Unless, of course, you're in the film The Role of a Lifetime. Nominated for 4 Wreath Awards, it is about a woman who was harassed sexually by her producer and what she chooses to do about it. It is an important film that celebrates female empowerment. Speaking of celebrating, we also have Alice and the Land That Wanders. With 6 Wreath Award nominations, it is about Alice, who is turning 18, and the journey she has to take in order to deal with letting herself go. Unless, of course, this happens. Now, many of us are in lockdown and cannot do things outside very much, just like No quiero estar sin ti, or I don't want to be without you, nominated for 6 Wreath Awards this year. This is about a woman who is trapped with 2 lovers due to the COVID pandemic, or as I'd like to call it, government-mandated threesomes. That's right. There are sex scenes in this film, specifically threesomes. So don't forget, even during COVID, you need protection, especially if this happens. This is an even better protection in circumstances like that one, especially against that smell. This year, we've had the most competitive list of documentaries yet, with 9 documentaries nominated. Amongst them is Alaska Long Hunters, with 4 nominations. It is about men dressing up as bears in Alaska as they play tag with hunters in order to keep them busy in the north. You know, since they don't have much to do anyways. Another nominated documentary is Voices from the Barrens, with 2 nominations. Not to confuse with the film Voices or Voices from the Grave. Despite what you're thinking, this is not a horror film. It is about the technological changes with blueberry harvesting and how it is impacting indigenous people in the United States and Canada. We have so many great films this year. So many amazing performances and nominees. And don't forget that you too can be on the jury next year at MIWAFF as well, 2021. Now, throughout the night, we will also hold 2 rounds of our famous MIWAFF lottery with gift cards from Netflix and Amazon. So get as many tickets as you want so that you can enter in the raffle on our events page on our website. You have till 8 p.m. to do this. of course, Eastern Time. So let's get started. The first presenter that we have is Mardik Bedanian, who is on the jury as well as on the board of directors. Here he is.